Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board this new video on Remnant From The Ashes. As you can see, I'm wearing a new set of armor, and today I'm gonna tell you how to get it. Let's go. Here we are back in War 13, and the armor that we're wearing, except of course the headpiece, that one doesn't belong to these armor sets. The armor we are wearing now, it's called the Warlord Armor. It's a new armor, it comes from the DLC, and as you can see, it looks great. From a visual point of view, it's amazing. I love these two big tusks that you got around your shoulder. They make you look really fearsome, and I really like the look that it has with the Elder headpiece. I think they fit together really good. Unfortunately, even though they look nice together, their effects are completely different. In fact, the Warlord Armor bonus set is called Death Wish, and it makes so that Dragon Hearts no longer are consumed for healing, but they won't heal you. They instead increase ranged and melee damage. They will grant lifesteal and drain 200% of your HP in 30 seconds. So basically in 30 seconds you die twice. As a second effect, kills will heal the user by 5% of their total HP over 3 seconds. Now, from a quick look at this armor set, by just reading through the thing, you have to admit that it doesn't sound great, but actually this armor has some uses. You see, if you wear the full set, you will get a 40% damage boost, which is great. There is nothing in the game that boosts your damage this much. Plus, every kill you do while wearing any of these pieces will grant you 5% of your total HP back, which is still something. And another plus of the armor is that you choose when to activate its effect. So if I use Dragon Hearts, you will see that my character will slowly die. This happens in the course of 30 seconds, but because of the speed at which your HP are consumed, basically you will be dead in 15 seconds. And this is the major problem. However, when you're using this effect, when you use a Dragon Heart, apart from the fact that the Dragon Heart doesn't get consumed, so you can use this effect over and over, you will never run out of Dragon Hearts, so the effect is always there for you to be used. You also get 3.5% lifesteal with anything. Anything that you can deal damage with, you will get 3.5% lifesteal. You can see here some footage of me using the armor sets and with whatever I had available at that moment, just to see how it would work out, and actually it's doable. You can survive. If you do enough damage, you can survive. But there is a way to actually almost nullify the damage. If you do invest your points in a certain way, you can almost make the damage non-existent when wearing this armor in conjunction with another piece of equipment. In this footage I was trying to use the Nightmare Spiral, however, despite working, is not great. I mean, you can still die consumed by your Dragon Heart. In order to obtain it, you need to get in your worlds the Frieran Sea. It's the section of the map with the big wooden ship sunk in the ice. Once you get there, before even boarding into the ship, you need to go at the back of it. You can do so by using one of the two passages on the side of the ship. And I suggest you to use the one on the left side because it will bring you directly in front of a sort of a scaffolding in which you need to climb. Once you get at the top of it, you won't be able to get inside the boat or on top of the boat, but you're gonna be able to see that there's a hole on the side of the boat, and by looking through it, you will see the inside of the cabin. Right there, glowing purple, there will be the Warlord Armor Set. But in order to get it, you need to go back and on top of the ship, where you will find the giant rat with two heads. Speak to the guy and talk about the armor sets that you saw downstairs. At this point, it will tell you that it's not for you and you have no business with it, so you can leave. But this guy also will ask you to find the Packmaster, defeat him, and collect his task.
Sebum need Packmaster task.
Yes, task!
Floor find Packmaster.
Packmaster.
Now, for me, in my game, the Packmaster was in the last section of this Frost world. It was in one of those ice villages full of enemies, in the Deep Frost Expanse section. And I actually didn't recognize this guy at first approach. I was just looking around the houses, smashing boxes, and like this guy appeared inside one of the houses. He was already there actually, and I didn't recognize it was different from any other enemies because he looks like a regular elite. But once I defeated it, it gave me the Packmaster task. Now once you get that, of course, go back to the Free and Sea and go to speak to the giant rat. Now it's important that at this point you went to see the armor, because otherwise you won't have this option. You need to speak to him and talk about the armor set first, then tell him that you have the task that he wants and try to bargain that for the armor set. Be aware that if you give him the task plain and simple, you will only receive some scraps back. So it is important that you select the option that asks for the armor set. You will propose to exchange the task for the armor set, and he will agree to do so. At this point, go downstairs and into the room to collect your prize. Here you have it, the Warlord Armor Set. Now, I am making a build for this armor because I like the concept, it's very interesting, and I'll probably post a video in a couple of days about that. And this armor set is great, let me tell you, it's a great all-rounder. Once you manage to kinda get rid of the consuming HP effects that it has, you can do not only a lot of damage, but you can survive without Dragon Hearts pretty easily, because every time you deal damage, also you will recover your HP, which is quite something. You can use it a lot. And you also have infinite Dragon Hearts, so you can activate the effect over and over without fear of dying, because once you have the effect on you, you just need to keep shooting at your enemies and you will have your HP back in no time. And I think that so far throughout my tests I got something like 85% total damage boost. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for that video. Thank you very much for watching. If you did, leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video, if it was helpful, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Ocan's out.